Welcome back, friends, to TV5 News at 9. It is time now for Aging in Style with American Retirement Advisor. So grab your pen and some paper. Joining us now is President and Owner Joe Vitale. Thank you so much for calling in. How are you, Joe?
Doing good. Good morning, Colette. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. Now, Joe, you are always here giving us such important information on retirement. But if you at home want to hear more from Joe, I know you do, be sure to grab your phones and scan the QR code on your screen to subscribe to his newsletter. It's called Financial Vitals, where you can stay tuned in to the very latest financial news and market updates. Now on to today's topic, managing your retirement in a volatile market. Oh my goodness, being that the markets are down this year and we'll continue to see them kind of bounce around, how concerned should we be with the stock market and avoiding loss? What can we do to maneuver the market, Joe?
Well, yeah, we've got the market right now. The Dow is down almost 10% year to date. The Nasdaq's down almost 25% year to date. We're seeing bonds hitting lows where that's traditionally the safe haven where people run to bonds to make sure their portfolio is safe, and they're down. So everybody's like, my goodness, what are we going to do? Well, the way you're going to see this, and we can't always go up all the time. Right. Does that mean that we should pull out? And that's the biggest thing. How we're going to maneuver it, keep the emotions out of it. And it's easy to say, hard to do when we're seeing our account balances pull back, and it's very scary, especially if you're getting close to retirement or in retirement. So the best thing to do is, as we talk about this all the time, is stay properly allocated. Make sure there's consistent income coming in. Even if your portfolios, we're reviewing portfolios with our clients all the time, making sure there's consistent income coming in. So we don't have to, make knee-jerk reactions and sell when we shouldn't sell, or move to cash and then try to get in when it's too late. You don't want to make those emotional decisions because they're really hard to recoup, which is why we have the sound fundamental approach. We make sure we're properly allocated, make sure we have consistent income so we can ride the ups and downs of the market without sweating a lot, making sure that we have a good peace of mind.
I love that great word of advice. Keep your emotions out of it. So, Joe, is there a way to get a safe rate of return to keep up with the current inflation without a lot of risk?
Yeah, and again, traditionally everybody would run to bonds, and bonds would be where the place is, and those are down, so it's not a place to go. But there's some really good alternatives that even mitigate risk, that allow you to stay invested in the market and give you a stop loss and give you some really good upside. So those are some great alternatives. There's also, we can't use guaranteed when we're talking about the stock market ever, but there are alternatives that are not in the stock market that we are seeing guarantees of 3 and 4%, which is very nice. And so some of our clients, especially in retirement, are going into some of those just to safeguard that. We've already put them into those just to make sure that they have a good amount of their portfolio safeguarded against risk and still pretty much keeping up with inflation, at least a lot better than the alternatives out there.
Now, Joe, I know a lot of people have this question. What is the best way for retirees and those who want to retire to really make it through the ups and downs of the market?
The best way, I was just sitting down with another one of my clients the other day, and they're getting ready to retire, and they need X amount of dollars coming in. And because we've got them allocated with a safe bucket where they've got safe money they can pull from come heck or high water, and also we've got them in good dividend, high quality stocks, we're able to get them income which is going to meet their needs just strictly off a dividend yield. So being properly allocated with safe money, no matter what happens in the market, with some good reoccurring dividends, which of course are not guaranteed, but very consistent, and with some growth portfolios. So just a way, proper allocation, safe money, guaranteed bucket, if come maybe bucket, how about tax-free bucket, because we have to worry about taxes as well. So we have to look at different strategies. Being able to pull from those buckets, regardless of market conditions, regardless of the ups and downs, that's what gives our clients the peace of mind in retirement so they don't have to worry.
Sure. Now, Joe, you talk a lot about having a good emergency fund. So how much is a good and safe amount to have on hand for emergencies that maybe should arise? What really qualifies an emergency? I really think about right now our good friends in Gaylord who just went through that EF3 tornado. Our thoughts and prayers are with them, but that is an emergency that happens.
Yeah, it most certainly is, and unfortunately, a lot of people don't plan for that.
That's right.
And then when a disaster, tragedy happens like that, it's very sad. And yeah, we pray for them, and we hope that any way we can help. But those are things that happen. Now, that's a tragedy, and that is an emergency hugely. But that's just part of, we talk as a Dave Ramsey Smart Investor. We always talk about having 3 to 6 months of emergency money, whether a furnace goes out, a car goes out, or unforeseen expense like that happens. But the emergency fund it's all subjective, really, to peace of mind. Because some of our clients, they say, Joe, if I don't have $50,000 to $100,000 in the bank, I get the nervous shakes, and they need that security.
Yeah.
Some people, it's only $10,000 to $20,000, but a good 3 to 6 months is a good guide, just to make sure that you have money that you don't have to go into debt. You don't have to use a credit card. You've got money, you can cash flow it. The credit card, last resort, we never want to get into credit card debt. That's too hard to get out of. So as long as we can cash flow, have enough money, come what may, there's money set aside that we can use.
I love that. Good 3 to 6 months is a good rule of thumb to have. Joe, thank you so much. We appreciate you bringing us this valuable information today.
Thanks, Colette. Take care. Good to see you.
You as well. Now, for the latest financial news and market updates, be sure that you subscribe to Joe's newsletter, Financial Vitals. And if you want more information on today's topic, head on over to the Aging and Style page. That's at WNEM.com.